Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Seeing partly cloudy skies out there this morning as that cloud deck around 11 to 12,000 feet starting to slowly clear out of the area. We're seeing our temperatures sitting just below freezing and slowly climbing, and still seeing a slight breeze out of the north. Overall, should see a fairly quiet weather day today as well as tomorrow to end the work week, and we will see another chance of maybe some light snow tomorrow evening before another shot of some really cold air moves into the area with some windy conditions for the weekend. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have some weak high pressure essentially in control of the forecast for the next couple of days, keeping things quiet. We'll see this low pressure well up to the north in Canada, bringing it front, and with that an upper level trough dropping down into the region. That's where that Arctic air will be originating from and bringing in those windy and cold conditions. If we look at our current visible satellite, we can see that scattered deck around 11 to 12,000 feet still lingering over the local area, but we will see that gradually continue to clear out of the area, becoming partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the afternoon time frame. If we look at the high resolution model for the next 2 days, we'll see kind of picking up on those clearer skies, but again, dry conditions and fairly quiet conditions will continue through the day and into the evening time frame. Still seeing those below average temperatures, but much milder than what we saw several days ago, as well as a lot milder than what we'll see as we go into the weekend time frame. We'll see some high clouds on the increase as we get into the start of the day tomorrow, and then going into the evening time frame, we'll see some additional cloud cover increasing as we start to see this light snow activity moving towards the area out ahead of that front. That will be pushing through. Overall, the snow does look fairly light, and not expecting much in the way of accumulation, maybe up to a dusting or a couple tenths of an inch as this pushes through during the overnight hours Friday into early Saturday. Then on the backside of that will be the bigger story, where we'll see those winds really ramping up for the day Saturday, and we'll see some colder air moving into the area, much colder air, where we'll see those peak gusts getting up to 50 miles per hour at times, and then we'll see those wind chills dropping into the near zero to negative single digits as we move through the day Saturday and into Saturday evening as well. If we zoom out here and look at the longer term forecast, we'll see as that trough settles in over the area, we see those low thickness values over the region indicating that cold and that tight pressure gradient, indicating those strong winds that we'll see. We'll see some breezy conditions and cold conditions lingering into Sunday as well, but we will see things remaining dry as high pressure slowly builds into the area. We'll see those winds start to weaken as we go into the day on Monday. Still staying fairly cold, but we will start to see those thickness values rising as we move through the middle portion of next week, and that's going to bring some much needed relief from the cold conditions, and we'll actually climb back to more seasonable, normal temperatures as we get towards the second half of the week, the way things are looking at this time, and things looking fairly quiet on the rain front as we move through that time period as well. Could see some rain trying to move into the area as we get later in the week, maybe late Wednesday into Thursday, as you can see here being indicated by the model, but we'll see some much more comfortable temperatures looking to move into the area later in that time frame. So looking at the 24-hour weather vision chart for today, we do have green conditions over the next 24 hours. We'll see our high temperature peaking around 37 degrees this afternoon. Winds generally staying out of the north to possibly north-northeast at times during the afternoon, 7 to 12 knots. A few peak gusts up around 17 knots. And again, should see plenty of sun as we move through the afternoon time frame, and staying just a few clouds around as we move through much of the evening until we get into the start of the day on Friday, where we'll see a chance of a broken deck at the upper levels moving in. We'll see those winds fairly light, and we'll see those temperatures falling to around 20 degrees, and we'll have a very slight chance of some patchy fog around the area, but otherwise just seeing some cold conditions to start the day. Tides running slightly above normal. Tomorrow we'll see a fairly similar day with some increasing clouds later in the day. Very slight chance we see a light snow by the evening time frame, but keeping green conditions here through this particular time frame with a high around 36, increasing to an orange risk for that light snow chance, more so during the overnight time frame when we'll have the best chance of seeing that moving through, with a chance of up to a dusting as mentioned possible, maybe a few tenths of an inch possible, but not much in the way of accumulation. We'll keep a yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with that activity, And as mentioned, we'll see an orange risk for those elevated winds, as we do expect that front to start pushing through the area as we get towards the sunrise period. That's when we'll see those winds really ramping up, and we'll see those wind chills quickly dropping into the single digits. And that low temperature of 22 degrees will really essentially be the high temperature for Saturday as we start the day right around 22, 23 degrees, and then we'll see those temperatures continuing to fall as we move through the day as that Arctic air continues to move into the area. And this is when we'll see those winds continue to increase with those peak gusts up around 50 miles per hour. And again, as mentioned, those wind chills will be down near and below 0 degrees. So going to be some brutally cold conditions out there with red risk for that wind advisory criteria on Saturday. Looking at the extended forecast here, we're seeing Sunday we'll continue to see breezy and cold conditions with that low temperature overnight Saturday down into the single digits, and then only rebounding into the low 20s for Sunday, and that breeze will make things continue to feel colder. Then we'll slowly start to moderate as we move into Monday with those temperatures back up above freezing and less in the way of winds and some additional sunshine around the area. And then, as mentioned, we'll start to warm back into the 40s, back to more seasonable norms as we get through the middle portion of the week with a mix of partly to mostly cloudy conditions at times. And we start to indicate some slight chances of rain as we get late in the day Wednesday and possibly more so into the later portion of the week. So you're going to see some cloud cover with that as well. But those temperatures back into the mid-40s, which is about seasonable for this time of year. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.